Here I am again. That's right, it's BakuBrad96, bringing you all part 4 of my modern Bakugan collection review series. Today I'll be picking up right where I left off yesterday in Geogan Rising, but this time instead of looking at the Ultra and Core Bakugan, I will be reviewing all of the Geogan I have, as well as the 2 combiner models in front. However, I am going to save those 2 for last. I do want to focus on the single Geogan that I have first, because I have done a few videos on the Ultimate Viloch and the Geoforge Dragonoid already, so I don't want those 2 to be the main focus. Again, this is kind of an entirety of my collection series. That being said, we will start off with my favorite faction, Darkus, and the first Geogan for that one is Arachnia. It is a 2 energy cost, B power of 1200, 3 damage. It has built-in Shadow Strike and Victor Scan, so if it wins a brawl you get to scan. A very competitive Geogan, only 2 energy for a B power of 1200 is really nice. So yeah, we'll go ahead and pop him open and take a look at him. Or her, not really sure, I guess I should say it. But here is Darkus Arachnia. Very cool, the humanoid and the spider part. Next up is Darkus Slugler. It is a 2 energy cost as well, B power of 500, 4 damage, built-in Shadow Strike also, and if it lands on a Helix core it gets plus 900 B power. Again, not bad at all, very nice. So here we have Darkus Slugler. And if you will all give me just one moment, I'm going to try to fix the lighting. Maybe that'll help just a tad bit. I know it's a little dark, but... Ooh. No, that's a little worse. Okay, sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. Still getting the studio and everything situated. There we go. Okay, so, sorry about that. Next up is Diamond Slugler. 7 energy cost, so way different than the regular one. B power of 1500 and 15 damage. So a heck of a lot of damage on that Geogan. And here is the Diamond Slugler. Again, I absolutely love what they did with the Diamond Geogan, reversing the entire color palette of the Bakugan instead of just making it translucent. Then I have Darkus Archleon, 2 energy for a B power of 1000, 7 damage. If it lands on a green fist core, it gets plus 500 B power, and if it lands on an orange shield core, it gets plus 3 damage and Shadow Strike. So a very versatile Bakugan, or Geogan. Very cool. Go ahead and show it for everyone. Here is Darkus Archleon. Next up, Mutasect, 6 energy for a B power of 2300, 8 damage, and built-in Shadow Strike. A lot of the Darkus Geogan that I have do have built-in Shadow Strike, which is really cool. So here is Mutasect. It does in fact have one little manual peg that comes out of the back there. Following that, I have Serturian, 4 energy for a B power of 1700 and 6 damage. This Geogan also has a few manual parts in the feet at the bottom here. It has 2 in the front and 2 in the back that you can just extend out. Well, if my nail can grip it. There we are. And there we have Darkus Serturian. Then, of course, Mantrapod. 3 energy for a B power of 1000 and 10 damage. I really like the damage on a Mantrapod. 3 energy for 10 is really good. But there is Mantrapod. Very cool and snake-like or centipede-like. Just like Centipod or Centipoid, Crystallian, all the Bakugan like that. I do have Diamond Monstropod as well. It is 6 energy for a B power of 2400, 8 damage, and Victor team attack. So if you win the brawl, and this is your third Bakugan to be open, or kind of replaces the third Bakugan to be open, you do get a team attack. Or at least I'm pretty sure that's what that means. For the figure itself, which I adore, man, gotta love that Diamond Darkus color swap. Here is Diamond Monstropod. Very nice. Try to put the Diamond Monstropod and Slugler up front there. There we go. And then my last Darkus Geogan for the, loose Darkus Geogan, I should say, because I do have a few others on the combiners, is Hyenix. So it's 1 energy for a B power of 1300, 4 damage, and built-in Shadow Strike. Again with that Shadow Strike. It does have some manual arms here that you can fold out once it's open, making it quite a large Geogan. One of the larger ones in my opinion. Well, I mean obviously. But very cool. Now then, I guess I will take a look. Well, if I didn't drop the card, I would take a look. Having so many technical difficulties today, woo. Okay, so moving along to Chaos, I have a Chaos Arachnia, 2 energy for a B power of 900, 6 damage, and Victor, so if it wins a brawl, you get to draw 2. So just like the Darkus Arachnia, here is the Chaos. Of course, this is its native faction. I do have a Chaos Slugler to go along with the Darkus. This one is a 3 energy cost for B power of 1400 and 7 damage. Here is the Slugler. So I have a few of those. And I have a Chaos Mutasect as well. This one is really interesting. For only 1 energy, it has a B power of 800, so not as good as Hyenix, but it does have 6 damage, and if you land on a green fist, you get +3 Frost Strike. So kind of cool that a Geogan implements the Frost Strike strategy. Hopefully I'll be able to build a better deck around this Geogan or with this Geogan, but as of now my Chaos Aquos one wasn't so good. Here is the Chaos Mutasect, same little manual part as the Darkus. And that is it for the Chaos. Now going on to the Pyrus. Of course I do have a few others, but they are in the combiner models. Pyrus Talon, 2 energy for a B power of 1300 and 5 damage. The first bird up of the video. Here is Pyrus Talon. After that, I have a Pyrus Arcleon, 1 energy for a B power of 900, 2 damage, and double strike. Now after that is Pyrus Centurion, 2 energy for a B power of 1100, 4 damage. If it lands on an orange shield, it gets plus 400 B power. If it lands on a magic shield, it gets double strike. So you definitely have choices with Centurion, and 2 energy is very good as well. Here he is in Pyrus, the same 4 manual feet at the bottom here. There we are. There is Pyrus Centurion. And that was it. So now going on to Aurelus. I have Aurelus Stardox, which I use a lot in my deck profiles. 2 energy for a B power of 800, 4 damage. If it lands on a green fist core, it gets plus 600 B power. If it lands on an orange shield core, it gets plus 6 damage. And here we have our golden starfish. Very, very cool. Very shiny. And Titan King. He is a 4 energy cost, B power of 1900, and 5 damage. If I can pop him open, there we go. Here he is. Now then, going straight into Ventus with Viloch, 2 energy cost for a B power of 500, 10 damage, but if it lands on an orange shield it gets plus 1000 B power and minus 5 damage. Here of course is the double-headed dragon snake. Following that, I do have the awesome Diamond Viloch, 9 energy cost for a B power of 3500, which is insane, 15 damage, and Shadow Strike at that, so you're not even going to be able to reduce that 3500 or that 1500 damage. Such an insane Geogan. But here we have the Diamond. All that lime green is really amazing. Another Mutasect is next. 3 energy for a B power of 1100, 8 damage. If it lands on a Flaming Fist core, it gets plus 4 more damage. And if it lands on a Helix core, it gets plus 200 B power and Shadow Strike. So not bad at all. Pretty interesting. Here is the Ventus Mutasect with the little manual peg. I guess that could be like a stinger or something, I'm not sure. And then another bird, we have Talon, so gonna bird up again some more. 4 energy for a B power of 1700, 2 damage, and if it lands on a Helix core, you get plus 8 more damage, bringing you up to 10. Could be good. Using the right Helix or DNA core, definitely. But here we have Ventus Talon. After that, we even have Diamond Talon. 5 energy for a B power of 2200 and 6 damage. And that artwork is really cool with all the diamond feathers. Really like that. And here we have Diamond Talon, again with all of that lime green for the Ventus Geogan used. And then the last loose Ventus Geogan I have was replaced recently with the Pyrus and Frog, that being Ventus. So it is a 6 energy cost B power of 2400 and 12 damage. So yeah, this one was on the Viloch combiner model until just recently. And here we go. I won't worry about turning it into the foot because I've had plenty of videos where I have done that. This is just a collection review video after all. Now the last faction I have to look through before we get into the combiners is Aquos. So to start us off, we do have Stardox, 4 energy for a B power of 1400, 5 damage. It has 4 Frost Strike by itself built in, and if it lands on a magic blue shield, you get plus 5 damage. Very interesting. Again, another Frost Strike strategy Geogan. There aren't many of those, so I do appreciate that there are a few. Here we have the Stardox, again with the poor little glued on arm there. Dropping from a card's length above the hide matrix was not a good idea that day, but I was able to fix it. Just a little wobbly now. And then one of the most competitive Geogan to date, in my opinion, is Aquos Monstropod. 2 energy for a B power of 1200, 4 damage, and Victor Team Attack. Very good. And here we have Monstropod and Aquos. Again, running out of room, gonna have to start piling everything up. But that's okay, because we have Aquos Stinger next. 3 energy for a B power of 800, 8 damage, and if it lands on a Helix core, it gets plus 1000 B power, which is really nice. Pretty strong too. So here we do have Stinger. And better still is Diamond Stinger. So it is a 7 energy cost, B power of 3000, so getting really high up there, just like Diamond Vipergon and Ghost Beast, and it has 6 damage. So really cool. I like that they're making Geogan that are just closeout cards. Very cool. Hopefully it won't be too toxic for the game, but I do think there are plenty of other cards to balance out that factor. Just sometimes you do need a quick win. So here is the Diamond Stinger again with that reverse colors with the orange. So cool. I was happy to pick this one up because it was just such an amazing design. As far as the Geogan go, like I said, flipping the colors rather than just translucent plastic is really nice. Second to last Aquos is Saturn. 7 energy for a B power of 2000 and 12 damage. Won't bother folding out the legs, but the same 4 that the others had. That one is just Aquos. And then last but not least is Aquos Vipergon. 3 energy for a B power of 1300 and 6 damage. If it lands on a green fist, plus 400 B power. If it lands on a flaming fist, you get plus 3 frost strike. There it is again with that frost strike mechanic. Ooh, mechanic. I better not say that. Shun. That's Magic the Gathering wording. I meant ability. My bad. But here we have Aquos Vipergon. Very cool. Still waiting on a Darkus Vipergon. I think that would be awesome. I don't know if we'll be able to get one released by the time Bakugan Evolution swings around, but if they do re-release some Geogan, I do hope a Darkus Vipergon comes out, because that is one I really want to see. That's it for the loose Geogan, but we're going to keep this video going, and now we're going to take a look at the combiner models. I'm not sure which order I should do first, so I might as well pick my favorite. And I think everyone knows what that is, and that is Viloch. A lot of work went into finally getting this complete. Of course, it's not complete, come to find out, thanks to one of the Bakucrew members. Bobadrill is supposed to be Aurelus as its native faction, and Swarmer is supposed to be Aquos. So I do have a little mix up there. Of course, Viloch is supposed to be Aurelus as well. So I do have some work to do. You know, I definitely need 2 Aurelus here, I need an Aquos here. But for now, at least it is complete, just not complete in the native factions like I had hoped. But yeah, so we're going to just snap him apart so we can take a look at the Geogan individually. We won't worry about Viloch for this video because I did review him yesterday, and this video is all about the Geogan. So now that we have our Viloch, Ultimate Viloch all disassembled, I want to take a look at Pyrus and Ventus, which I know I just unboxed it, so it seems kind of silly to sort of review it already, but I will go quick. So Pyrus and Ventus, 4 energy, B power of 1800, 6 damage, and Victor team attack. And I did have a gate card that I was, okay, here we go. And then here we have Pyrus and Ventus. Oh, knocked your talent around. There we go. Next up is Aquos Bobadrill. 3 energy for a B power of 1400, 3 damage. If it lands on a magic shield, it gets plus 5 damage and plus 1 frost strike. It also has the Victor team attack ability as well. And here is Aquos Bobadrill. Following Bobadrill is Darkus Ghost Beast, 7 energy for a B power of 3000 and 5 damage with built-in reroll. What a beast this Bakugan is. I will never stop saying it. Absolutely adore it. And here we have Darkus Ghost Beast, which does have 2 manual arms there. Next up, Ventus Insectra, 3 energy for a B power of 1400, 1 damage. If it lands on a Helix core, you get plus 400 B power and plus 4 damage. It also has the Victor team attack. So I'm kind of wondering if all the original faction, or if all of the Viloch combiners have that ability, because it sure seems like it. Oh, but we will take a look at Insectra nonetheless. Once I pop down the peg and flip the wings and the tail back, there we go. So that is Ventus Insectra. Very cool. Then Chaos Skyhorse, 4 energy for a B power of 1500, 5 damage. If it lands on a green fist, it gets 700 B power. Again, Victor team attack. So a lot of them have it. Not all of them, but a lot of the Viloch pieces have that ability. And here we have Chaos Skyhorse, which is little mouth, nose piece does fold out. And I think that should fold in or something of the sort. Yeah, there we are. Chaos Skyhorse, which is very hard to find. I was surprised, not being an elemental or a diamond, how really hard this Bakugan was to find for the Viloch combiner. I don't know if I want it on the diamond, we'll just wedge it. There we go. And then the last piece of Ultimate Viloch that I have, Ventus Swarmer. So 5 energy for a B power of 1400 and 15 damage. A lot of damage for only 5 energy, really. I guess that's the plus side to that one. And here we have Ventus Swarmer to wrap Ultimate Viloch up. Again, I know that's not its native factions. I am working very hard to get it in its native factions, because that's exactly what I want to do, to have a show or anime accurate Viloch, Ultimate Viloch combiner. What a mouthful. But for now I don't. I do know that they did release the Ultimate Viloch set, much like they did the Geoforge Dragonoid. It has been reviewed by many other BakuTubers on YouTube. I definitely suggest checking it out if you haven't already. It looks amazing, and you do get Aurelus Bobadrill and Aurelus Viloch in that set. Sadly, I have not seen it in stores yet, and I do really only like to buy Bakugan in stores. I might have to break that rule for this set. You know, if I can't find it, and it's the only way to get Aurelus Bobadrill and Viloch, I might just have to go ahead, bite the bullet, and order it, because I do want to get my combiner in native factions. But that's not what this video is about. I was just, giving you all a little story, at least what I like, how I'm trying to go about things. Again, this is a collection video, so blah, enough of the talking. We are now going to look at Geoforge Dragonoid, which the first piece being literally Geoforge Dragonoid. I know it's not technically a Geogan, but it does come in this set, so I saved it for today's video because I thought it would be really cool. He has a Flaming Fist and a Magic Shield core, B power of 900, 1 damage, and if it lands on a Flaming Fist, plus 5 more damage. So really neat, but probably not the neatest thing about this Bakugan. Let me go ahead and disassemble the Geogan from it. The Geoforge Dragonoid in the set is actually die-cast metal, so all of this silver here is really metal, which is really cool. It adds a nice weight to the Bakugan, and just gives it a cute little shiny gimmick there. But oh, also to make it more, I guess, size accurate when it's not combined, the head can actually flip down into a smaller head. And there we have the Geoforge Dragonoid, which I will go ahead and close it up for everyone so they can see. What a smooth Bakugan. Very nice. There we go. So with the Dragonoid out of the way, we will go ahead and take a look at the Geogan. So I won't worry too much about actually building the Geoforge Dragonoid itself as reviewing the Geogan, because that's what this video is for. Starting off, we will take a look at Geoforge Arclion. It is a 7 energy cost B power of 2800, 3 damage, and it does have the double strike just like its regular form does. Also another cute little gimmick there. So here is the Geoforge Arclion. It looks quite a bit different than its regular form, but they did retain the same head shape. And they kept it cube when it folded up, just like the other. We'll go ahead and take a look at the other arm, being Geoforge Titan King. It has a energy cost of 5, B power of 2300, 3 damage. If it lands on a magic shield, it gets plus 5 damage. And it does have the Victor team attack ability as well, just like some of the Viloch pieces. So very cool. Of course, the Titan King does make up one of the arms. So fold in there, fold. I didn't want to make this video that, but I have to fold it to fold it out the right way to show everyone. So there we have the Geoforge Titan King. Much like its original design with the head, and you can see the arms there. Next up, I will go with the legs. So that is Geoforge Monstropod, 4 energy for a B power of 1600, 7 damage, and Victor, you get to scan and draw a card. So again with the scanning and drawing, we'll pop that in. And there we have Geoforge Monstropod, which it is a shame the little Dragonoid piece doesn't fold in. But I definitely like the head sculpt of this one, so that is very nice. Ooh, I have to put it over here. Then the other leg is Talon. And Geoforge Talon has an energy cost of 5/2. Just like Titan King, B power of 2200, 6 damage, and Victor team attack. Just like Titan King as well, so very neat. Just want to make sure I'm not wrong. Oh yeah, so they both have 5 energy and both have the Victor team attack. So very cool. Well, everyone might not believe me, but I am trying to fold the Talon out for everyone off camera. So here's the Geoforge Talon. Probably looks like the most different than the other Talon. I mean, other than the head, you're looking at a completely different shape and design, which is not bad, but definitely a difference there. Moving along to the waist is Geoforge Arachnia. It is a 6 energy cost Geogan, B power of 2200, 8 damage, and 2 frost strike. And it probably looks most like its original form, or its original mold anyway, because that is very reminiscent of the regular Arachnia, and that is really cool, but they did keep it a little different. The only sad thing about the Geoforge Dragonoid is that they did retain their native factions rather than all being Pyrus, so you couldn't use the whole set in a deck. That is one thing really cool about the Ultimate Viloch set, even though they're not in their native factions, it's all Aurelus. So you could all run it in the same Bakugan deck, theoretically, if you used two other Bakugan, that had cards and you built a deck with them. But that is a really cool niche idea, and if I happen to pick up the Viloch, I might just do that. But the last piece for Geoforge Dragonoid is Geoforge Stingzer, which makes up the tail, 5 energy for a B power of 2200, 2 damage, and Victor draw 2. So pretty cool. But go ahead and pop this open. Oh, and drop a gate card. Yeeted a gate card off camera, but here we have Geoforge Stingzer, again quite a bit different than the other Stingzer. There we have them. Kind of weird. But it is also cool that you get different designs thereof. Well, everyone, thank you all for watching, my fellow brawlers. I hope you like the insight into my Geogan collection. I know these have been quite a long videos this week, kind of all over the place. But I did want to show everyone my collection, just share with the Bakugan community where I come from, how long I've been collecting, just how much the game means to me, because it definitely means a whole lot, and the ability to share my dream with all of you it's very nice as well. As the support, I mean, geez, I couldn't say enough. I'm already up to 174 subscribers. That is amazing. I can't thank you all enough for backing me.